Hello everyone, it's Anne from Anne's Paper Creations and welcome to part 1 on how to make a double envelope mini album. So can start with showing here. I will show you here in this episode how we are going to put this envelope mini album together, and a bit measurements that goes through the whole album, and a bit fussy cutting. So I'll start to show you this one. It's a black policy envelope album number 1. So we'll use this, and we will use 6x6 papers. It's patterns and solids, and it's the French country line we are going to use here. And these are really great because they are solid on one side and that's a pattern on the other side. So I really love that they came out with this, and we are going to use 8x8 and also 12x12, and coordinating signature series, and this is the darkest one. I'm not sure if it has a name. It also has a lighter color, but it's this with the darkers, the coordinations. And we are going to use the sticker sheets and the alphabet sticker sheets, and this is cardstock, double-sided cutouts, and it flips out some. So some of these and some of the flowers, and some of the envelopes and tags to go inside, and some of the chipboard cutouts. So that was that, and now I will show you a bit of tools we're going to use. So we are going to need something to cut our paper with, and if you don't have a paper trimmer, you can use a ruler and a craft knife. And we also are going to use the scoring board. And here again, if you don't have this, you can use your ruler and just take your paper under, find the scoring tool, and score around on this side, so you get the scoring lines. And then we are going to use some distressed inks, and I use Vintage Photo and Black Soot from Ranger, Tim Holtz. And also going to use black dabber and distress paint fire brick, and some glue. You can use score tape, or you can use, this is strong and precise glue from Scotch, and it's the same as quick dry, so it just has a other name here in Norway. And maybe a glue gun. But it's important that I'm showing you now the tools I'm using, but you use what you like or what you have, and you don't have to use it all. So just some suggestions. So we are needing some scissors, and this is for fussy cutting, and here is a scissor that has a non-slip, or I'm not sure what it's called, titanium non-stick, and that's easy to use when you use glue and so. So then we need a marker, and it's important if you're going to use multi-mat on, like I do here, that you use a marker that's waterproof. And here for the multi-mat you can use other things. Ranger has one, and yeah, there are many companies that has this. So, and something to poke a hole with, using this one. And here you can use a needle, and a pen, and some twine, and also going to use some graphic 45 metal staples, some different things here, and also some magnets. And I do get a lot of requests where I get my magnets, and I use from Basic Grey and Super Magnets. That's European company, so I'm not sure they ship all over, but if you search on Etsy for super strong magnets, they have a lot good quality there. So, and I think I will also use a bit glossy accent and tape and something to sand with, and this is coordination, and some pop dots, and here I'm using Stick It 3D foam. I see it free, so I use the black ones. And see if there is anything else. Yeah, we'll also use some plastic when we glue the envelopes together so they don't stick to each other. And you can use some acetate packaging or anything. So now I'll see if I remember it all. Yeah, it's also good to have a wet cloth, so to dry off the glue and so. So now I will move this out of the way. Let's see if I remember it all. Yeah, and I'll be back and we will start to assemble the envelope album. So just a moment. Yeah, I always forget something. We're also going to use some punches, and this is a Martha Stewart punch, grass punch. And if you don't have this, I will show you how you can make your own grass. Or you can use another die if you have some grass dies. And we are also going to use another decor border punch. And if you don't have any punches like this, I will also show you how you can do it without. And this is a cornice. I think, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right. But this is an old one, so I don't think you can buy it anymore, but maybe on Etsy or eBay or something. So now over to the envelope. So we'll start to take this apart. Open it on the back here. And this mini album you can also make like this if you want to have it like this. So maybe not take as much embellishment on as I will do. We'll see how thick it will be. So take this out. So I think I will show you for the second one here, because the flap here we are going to cut out, but these flaps here we are going to keep. And these we are going to cut at 8 1/8 of an inch. Hope you can see that. And if you find it hard to work with 1/8, you can also cut it down to 8 and then take the inner papers a bit smaller. So I'm going to cut this off. Like so. And that was not proper cut off. Need another blade, and this we are going to save. And this you can cut down to about 1 inch if you like to. That was not precise. So this we are going to use for the tags inside. And also my album will be 7 of this, and in the pack it's only 6. But if you like, you can make your one more envelope, or you can just take out one of the pages that I'm showing you. So if you don't like the red page or the blue page, just skip that, and you will have enough with one album. So, and that you're going to cut these off, all of them, and also this one you're going to cut out off at the same measurements here, and you're also going to cut this off here. And don't waste this, because we are going to use that as a template. So I hope that was clear. So now we will start to put the album together. So we will start with this one where we cut out the flip, so this will have no flips, and we will glue the next together on here, like so. So we turn this over and put on some glue here. So this, if you see the line here where the envelopes put together, that's when we're going to glue on the top here. So, see if I can do this. I usually line up when I'm making long things on my edge on my table. So, see if we can get this to work by lining it up, taking this inside. Like so, to the first score line, and here was something I forgot to show you. So I will do that now. But first we will take this inside here. So almost up to the score line, and we will put this inside here so we don't glue it all down. So I will show you the scoring here. So for all the flips here, you're going to line it up where it folds like so, and you line it up with a score mark here, and then you take a ½ inch more and score there. So that you're going to do for all the flips. So now we will take the next one, and we are going to, here are the line here, and we are going to glue it on here, and we flip it around and put this inside here. So we do the opposite side for each envelope. If I can get it to open. Almost to the scoring line here, and try to line it up like so. Taking a plastic sheet here. So you see, here is a hole without any seam here, and here is a seam. So it's yeah. You go one with seam, one without, one with seam. So now for the next one. So again we take the glue on here, on this side where it's the line. And this is going to go up here and almost to the first scoring line. I'll take a bit of plastic inside. A bit too white. So, and now for the next one. Be sure to glue this well down, because we are going to have tags inside here. So you take it the opposite side each time. And line it up so you get it straight. here's the line on this side, so we're going to glue this up. So if you don't understand or I don't explain it so you understand it, just try with repositional tape. That's what I've done here to build this up and try it out myself. So that's a great help, so you get it right. So if you are a beginner on scrapbook, it often can be a bit difficult to understand it all. So just try and fail. That's how I learned it from all my mistakes, and I still do a lot of mistakes and glue upside down and have to take it off. So probably you will see a lot of mistakes in this album, so usually we can fix it. So now we just have one left. You can stop here if you like to. Now we have 6, I think. Yes. So for the last one we are going to cut out a bit. So we will do that first. On the last side here I want this frame here to go like so. And we are going to cut out here because we have a tag inside, so I want that to show up. So here I took a pencil and just lined it up where I wanted it, about here, and just drew around. So now we will try to cut it out to see how that goes. So maybe it's possible to open here? No. Okay. And we try. And here you can go a bit on the outside of the line. Maybe a 1/4 inch, or so you don't have to be precise here at all, because this is going to be cover up. If you have something to put inside here, you can use your craft knife. So I didn't have anything that small, so, and here you see I cut all the way here. Sticking out here. And if you find this hard to do, you can cut up here as well, and because it's going to go paper on the outside, so it won't show up. So now we can glue this on the last page here. So we're going to turn around this way. So stick inside here. If I have one more, take one of the other. Sure not to glue it down if any glue goes on the outside. So, and for the sides here we are going to use a template for this, and I made one already, but this is not right at all because I need to see how thick the album will be when we are putting all the embellishments and papers inside. So, but this is going to go on one side here. Let's see, on the side, and one more on the other side, like so. So this will be the closures for each side, and we flip the album like so, and for the other sides like so. So here is where the frame is going to go. So then I will show you a bit of what's going through the whole album of measurements. So we are going to make some tags to put inside, and this is great to ink up before you glue it down if you want to ink it up. So you just take your distress tool and ink around edges like so. And here I use a vintage photo because you can see the glue lines if you're using this glue. So, and for all of them we are just going to glue them down except for one, and that's where we're going to have a chain. So I will show you that now. So we will poke a hole about half an inch in from each side. So. And all the things I'm showing you here is just to give you some ideas. You don't have to do it precise like I do. It will be a lot of fussy cutting here, and I know it's not all of you that like fussy cutting. So I will show you a bit what else you can use. So you can just use cardstock cutouts and yeah. So, but there's so much you can do with the graphic 45s now, and you don't need any other embellishments if you don't want to. So sometimes it's fun to put on a lot of embellishments. So we try to line this up, and this white here, that was from the paper from the back side of the 12 by 12, so I used that. And this is cut 5.5 by 3.5, and the black paper here is cut by 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So here you can do some journaling, or you can place a photo, or whatever you like to. So when we do it like this, I won't show the brad on the back, and here you can also place a photo mat or decorate on the back if you like to. So that was that one. And now for the tags. And here I cut out, this is about 3 7/8, not go a bit down from 4 on this length here, by 8 this way, and this is cut out the same. So, and I will try to remember to tell you what papers I've used, or if it's from the solids or 12 by 12 or 8 by 8, but I don't remember always myself. the way I build up this album. I start fussy cutting, and then I took all the papers down for all the sides and the tags, and then I used all the rests for small embellishments and so. And here we're going to use the rest of the cutout here, so we're going to glue that on first. Take some glue on here, and you just need a little bit, because we are going to glue over. So try to line it up all the way to the holes here. So, and if you're going to make 7 pages or envelopes and make one yourself, you can just cut out a strip of 2 inch and score at 1 and fold over, and this is the same wide then as the envelope. So we are going to cut off a bit here, because this is going to create a stopper. So all the way to the holes here. For the other side. So all of this I've made finished, so I just show this one time, so the videos probably not will be so long. And these I will ink up a bit. I want to have it a bit vintage. Yeah, so and take round strokes like this and hold it a bit on angle, because if you put it down you get this shape of this form here. But I do that all the time, and I don't bother about it. It's a bit grunge. So and the solid papers here I'm using is from the coordination cardstock. Take light movements around. You can take it only on the edge if you like to. So now these are ready to be glued down, and maybe we have to adjust it a bit. And if you see around here, I've taken my marker around all the papers, but not these solid papers. And that goes for all the fussy cutting and all the cutouts. So I think it creates some more depth when you do that. So, but you'll do what you like, so just showing you how I do it. And these here I try to coordinate with the pages. So this is going to go on the front side of the page, and this other on the back side, so for journaling and so. So now we can glue on the back here. And you can use score tape, or you can use some glue that takes a bit longer to dry if you need some time to work with it. So it's not always easy to line it correctly up. So, and here we are going to put on chipboard cutout, and here I already painted the back with a black dabber. We do the front, and I also go in with a marker inside here. So we will paint this black. and you don't have to do this at all. So and then we will take some twine. This I've inked up with a vintage photo. So see if it's dry here. Yeah. Cut it off here about. We're going to make a bow, and I will show you a bit here if I can get close. I go the opposite way when I create a bow. I take this first, and then I go from the back round in here, like so, and then you get both of these down. So, and then I just adjust it a bit how I want it to be. So we'll cut it off later when we have made the page. So that was that one, and now I will show you a bit of fussy cutting. So we can start with cut out this rooster here. And I think I will zoom in a bit, and hopefully I will manage to stay in frame. So I have showed this before, but for those of you who hasn't seen it, so I will show it again. So I have to look in the frame all the time to see if I am in there. In the middle here we are going to cut it out, but if you don't like to cut this out, you can go with your marker and mark a bit black here. But if you take the time and cut it out, it creates more depth, more life to the image here. So we will start with that. And I poke a hole, I go from the back, and here you can find your own way to do this. I'm just showing you how I like to do it. And you don't move your scissor at all, you just move the paper. So it's not focusing here correctly, maybe have to take it here. So, and then we can start cut out the image here. And when it's small pieces, I just go a bit in with my scissor. I find this very relaxing to do. I really enjoy fussy cutting. So, but you also can cut just randomly around here if you like to, so you don't have to do it as precise as this. So, and if you like a bit movement on it, not straight lines, you just do like so. Move the papers fast and cut. And then you get, yeah, hope you understand what I mean. So. If you don't want to see this all, you can just fast forward, and I will show you a bit with the marker and the multimat. So So I also have some questions if they can take a multi-mat on before they do this, and then if it's tiny bits here, it can be good to do that so it don't tear, but then it's a bit harder to cut out, so I like to cut it out first. But just try and find out what you think are the most easiest for you. We're all different and like to do things on our own way. So now let's finish cut out. So now we can go around with a marker, and I also tried with Copic marker, and it can bleed in the paper, so then it must be a dried up Copic marker, and but you can take the multi-mat on first and then the Copic marker, and then it won't bleed in. So I like to do this first because the multi-mat builds up a bit and it can be a bit difficult to get around. So. Let's see if I'm in frame here. I need to lay it flat, and here I go just in the inside, like so. So I don't go this way because then I can mess it up, so I often mess it up and then it comes on the back side. And some of these images will stick out on the outside on pages, so then we are going to paint them on the back a bit, not all the way but a bit, and that I do after I taken the multi-mat on. So now this should be drying for a minute or two, but we take the chance and take the multi-mat on. And here you can use your brush and do one side at a time. But I'm always in a hurry and need it fast, so I do like so. Just use my fingers. So I like the feel of it, to feel what I'm working with. So, and you can lay it down here, but then something can come on the outside and stick, so I place it up to something, like so. So, that's how I dry it. So, and now when it's completely dried, I just take this on and just paint a bit randomly, and sometimes it comes on the other sides as well. Then you can just take a wet cloth and take it off. So then I think we will start with the inside of the first page on the next episode, because we need some magnets on the outside, and then we need this flip to fit, so we will take the outsides at last. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a happy and a great day. Take care. Bye bye.